Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Steve Englander. I am the head of product at Knowledge.io. We are a private funded company. We've raised $1.3 million from private investors to date. We've been in software development for over a year, and our headquarters is in Cleveland, Ohio, with development in Costa Rica, where I live. This is what our ecosystem looks like. We are building a system to reward people for sharing knowledge. We've already launched our Trivia Spar app into the App Store. Trivia Spar is a trivia game. People answer questions, and we log the correctness of their score to the blockchain. As we score correctness, these question and answers have different topics associated with it, and we're able to measure how much knowledge people have about different topics which are interesting to advertisers and others. Our knowledge score blockchain is we filed a patent for it, and we have partnerships with companies like TiVo, Kelley Blue Book, and Oxford University Press, where we draw question and answer sets from. We use a combination of AI to generate question and answers, and we also crowdsource it through various means. Our ecosystem is more like an advertising platform. It applies to 3 different sectors, or really core fundamental things that people go through in life. Education, which leads to employment, which then leads to how you end up making all your money, and that's commerce. In commerce, by scoring correctness to answers to questions, we end up identifying experts. Someone ends up scoring 300, 400 questions correctly about various topics. They can be identified as experts, and advertisers can end up attracting them similar to influencers. They can represent different advertisers' products in the marketplace that we build, which is kind of like an Amazon stores. And they can do ratings, they can do reviews, they can do like YouTube type influencer videos. And we reward these experts for their knowledge. Knowledge and education is about rewarding people for learning. Our goal is to create the largest question and answer repository on every subject taught in every school, at every level, in every specialization area, in every language on the planet. And we will reward students with tokens from an early age as they go through school. The schools and the educators will input question and answer sets or draw from our AI-generated question and answer sets. Students will basically go through the same stuff they're going through now when they're learning, except they'll have an app using our app generator that educators can use to quiz their students. Parents get to see the scores and all that. And what we're hoping is that students over time will accrue enough tokens in this supply. When you interface with children online, you have to follow certain rules. And we've signed a partnership agreement with a company called Privo. Denise Taylor, their CEO, is on our strategic advisory board. And she is going to guide us through the process of how to properly interface with students on the internet. Hopefully, these students will accrue enough tokens in their address, in their wallet address, that later on in life, they'll be able to use these tokens to continue their learning and pay for college tuition and higher education. Knowledge and employment is pretty simple. As people answer questions about different skills, you can gauge whether or not they have expertise in, if you're looking for a Java programmer or whatever it is. Employers can then figure out who's skilled at what, and they can use our ad tech platform to engage with them, showing them job descriptions, inviting them into interviews. And I did recruiting for 12 years, and if I had a way to score people's skill sets alongside their resume, it's the perfect complement. But really, what we're doing is we're decentralizing the economic models of advertising and e-commerce. All of the revenue that would have gone to a giant centralized Google takes 74 billion out of a $240 billion ad tech market. What we do is we spread it out to everybody. There's not going to be one centralized giant accruing all this money, and then they have a tendency to do things that aren't necessarily the best for the world, like censor, and I'm not saying they do, but they could. So we feel it's a better idea to decentralize all this stuff. This is our team. Today we have Anas here with me and Gabo Esquivel. He's our principal blockchain developer. Anas is our CEO. Here's Denise, the Privo CEO. We have a bunch of ad tech advisors. Brad Mell from former CMO of Penton, Thomas Net, and LexisNexis. And our first partner, Dana Garvey, who's going to bring us 5 million monthly active users on the Gaming Grids platform, which we're already starting to develop knowledge scores on. Our presale launched on Monday, and we have a 50% bonus on top of anything you spend. We've had a bunch of different write-ups in different publications. My email address is up in the top there. We're at booth, I think it's 47. If anyone wants to, come talk with me, I'm happy to answer any questions. And yeah, we're looking forward to using our platform to empower commerce, education, and employment, reward everybody for their participation, and yeah, bringing knowledge to the world. Thank you very much.